beneath the midnight autumn moon. We were young, but you still took my hand, and I just couldn't say all the words there in my brain. So I kissed you, hoping you would understand. And oh, how'd we abandon simple days? Oh, what comes along and causes change? Oh, I still love you all the same, but I'd be lying to say I didn't miss chasing you, chasing this. Now we're both punching clocks. Seems like the world, it never stops. But I'd sure like to cash in a rain check.
I need to catch up. I'm so excited to see you.
Well, you can see me, I can't see you.
Holy crap. Okay, ready?
Am I supposed to turn around?
Yeah, turn around. Hi, baby. What do you think?
You are beautiful. I love you so much.
I love you. I'm so excited to marry you. Okay.
Do you want to get the hair out of your face?
Yeah, do you want to turn a little so I'm not in the sun? Oh no, then you're in the sun. Come back here, it's fine. That's good. Okay, do you want to go first? Oh, there we go. Did my eyes run at all?
Nope.
Can you put my makeup? Do you like it? We did a lighter eye.
Beautiful.
Looks good.
I love you.
Okay, do you want to go first? You
Sure.
Go first. Oh, did you type them?
I put it on my phone and then printed it.
Okay. Oh gosh, okay. Ah, I don't want to cry.
Samantha, as I reflect on our journey between the time we met and today, I cannot stop thinking about the irony of how we met. If you'd have told me our bond and now marriage happened because of a school project, I wouldn't have believed you. Ever since that day over 3 years ago, you have showed me what love is, and more importantly, how to be loved. I know I can push your buttons and get under your skin, but the love you show me every day is greater than anything I've ever seen or could imagine. You're the kindest, sweetest, and most caring person I've ever met, and I'm so lucky that I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend and start a family with someone as amazing as you. I love that you are the outgoing and talkative one in the relationship, and you always say what's on your mind. Like when you first said you loved me over while eating your other true love, pizza. I'm so happy that after today, there is no more me and you, but only a we.
Oh.
A we that will stand together in the ups and the downs, good times and bad, sickness and health. This also means that anytime you have a Sam moment, we have a Sam moment. But also comes at a cost, because as seldom as they come, we will also have Jason moments. That being said, I vow to limit my Jason moments. I vow to work every day to be a better husband, but more importantly, put our marriage first and make that our number one priority. I vow to support you and respect you in everything you do, and I vow to always love you unconditionally.
That was so good. You did so good. That was so good. Oh. Woo. Jason, From the first day I met you, I knew I was in trouble. I tried to play it cool, but I loved talking to you and hearing you laugh before we even thought we would date. I found myself thinking about you constantly and wishing you were interested in me too. Finally, the day came and we realized that this could be more than just a friendship, and the butterflies haven't stopped since. When I look at you, I see a strong, handsome, kind, and gentle man. You are everything I have ever prayed for, but never imagined God would bless me with. You make me feel safe, protected, and loved every single day. You love me on my best days and my worst. And I think we both know we had something special long before anyone else did. Living life with you is easy because you truly are my best friend. So on this day and every day for the rest of our lives, I vow to love you. I vow to love you when you make me repeat myself in the grocery store for the 10th time. I vow to love you on the best days of our lives and on the worst. I vow to love you even when you make me go to Menards 5 times in a day, and we all know that that won't be the last time that happens. You make my life whole in so many ways. Who knew that you asking for a random girl's sip of coffee in your college class would lead us to where we are today? As we take this next step into the rest of our lives, I want you to know 3 promises. 1, I will always love you. 2, I promise to always put you first and make time for date nights. And 3, I promise to always be by your side. I love you so much, and I'm so proud to finally call myself your wife. You ready to do this?
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason. My heart keeps bleeding, and I need you now. And if I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. And I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. I don't wanna fight no more. I don't wanna hurt no more. I don't wanna cry no more. Come back, I need you. The reason. Closer, just a little closer. Come a little closer. I need you to hold me tonight. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see are the reason. There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason. My heart keeps bleeding, and I need you now. And if I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe, and I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. I don't wanna fight no more. I don't wanna hurt no more. I don't wanna cry no more. Come back, I need you are the reason. Closer, just a little closer. Come a little closer. I need you to hold me tonight. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my hand.
Please be seated. First, thank you everybody for coming. We are gathered here today in the sight of God and these witnesses to join together Jason and Sam in holy matrimony. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives. Jason and Sam have spent years getting to know each other, and we now bear witness to what their relationship has become. Today, they will affirm the bond formally and publicly. So I was asked to officiate this wedding, and this is my time to say a few things about Sam and Jason. And really, when I reflected on their relationship, it really came down to understanding and acknowledging everything not only they have gone through, but we have gone through as a family and as friends and this country and world in the last few years. And if you think that things are random or maybe there's not a plan, if you really start thinking about it and how things came together, from Sam starting out in softball, California, somehow she decides and is recruited by Wisconsin. And we think she can now find Wisconsin on a map, but there's not necessarily proof of that. To Jason, you're through your recruiting, the ups and downs, and for some reason, a coach thinking it was a better career move to leave Wisconsin and go to Oregon State opened the opportunity to allow you to fulfill your dream of playing at Wisconsin. That set the stage for you guys to meet each other. But I think in talking to both of you, if that occurred earlier, probably would not have been a good thing, and we probably wouldn't have been here today. So through the trials and tribulations of ups and downs of careers and your athletic careers as both Division I athletes, going through things that I'm sure friends, acquaintances that quit or transferred through some of the same tribulations, but both of you stuck it out, were committed, set forth on your dreams, and at the right time, it brought you guys together. So all those coincidences, all those little things that could have changed the path didn't. That's a commitment to both of you, to your families, to your dreams that have all brought us here together. So very proud, happy that you guys are here today, and we're all able to celebrate with you. We're now going to have a first reading by Sam's mother.
This is a reading from the Apostle Paul, the first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 13, verses 4 through 7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, and it always perseveres. Father, as Jason and Samantha pledge themselves to each other, help them and bless them that their love may be pure and their vows may be true. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, amen. I love you guys.
Marriage is a commitment for life, where two people can find and bring out the very best in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal. A physical and emotional joining that is the promise of a lifetime together. Remember that in every marriage, there are good times and bad, times of joy and times of sorrow. Marriage is a journey, a time of adventure and excitement, enhanced by the love, trust, dedication, and faith that you share in one another. My time to ad lib again. So I just want to add a little advice, and not the advice of, don't go to bed mad, that sort of thing. It's really just the commitment you have today. Keep in your marriage for your lifetime. Always look to each other, not to others in times of strife or out. Don't look outside the relationship. Continue to come back to the relationship, to each other. You can see the love you have for each other and the commitment you have. Keep that as you go forward. The hardest part to do, Jason, this might be a little more for you, is you won't want to disappoint Sam. So when there's times of struggle or times of doubt, be to her, open to her, talk to her. Sam, you too. It's not weakness. It's not the ability that you don't want to disappoint her. You are a team. You know that. Work together. Always look to each other and continue to grow the marriage and the relationship, and you'll make it through anything that comes upon you. May the promises you make to one another today be lived out to the end of your lives. Things you bring can be the greatest of joys, but today is the day it all begins. Sam and Jason will now read the vows they have written for one another.
Samantha, as I reflect on our journey between the time we met and today, I cannot stop thinking about the irony of how we met. If you would have told me that our bond and now marriage happened because of a school project, I wouldn't have believed you. Ever since that day over 3 years ago, you have showed me what love is, and more importantly, how to be loved. I know I can push your buttons and get under your skin, but the love you show me every day is greater than anything I've ever seen or could imagine. You are the kindest, sweetest, and most caring person I've ever met, and I'm so lucky that I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend and start a family with someone as amazing as you. I love that you are the outgoing one and talkative one in the relationship, and that you always say what's on your mind. Like when you first said you loved me while eating your other true love, pizza. I'm so happy that after today, there is no more me and you, but only a we. A we that stands together through the ups and downs, through the good times and bad, and sickness and health. This also means that anytime you have a Sam moment, we have a Sam moment. But that also comes at a cost, because as seldom as they come, we will also have Jason moments. That being said, I vow to limit my Jason moments. I vow to work every day to be a better husband, but more importantly, put our marriage first and make that our number one priority. I vow to support and respect you in everything that you do, and most importantly, I vow to always love you unconditionally.
Jason, from the first day I met you, I knew I was in trouble. I tried to play it cool, but I loved talking to you and hearing you laugh before we even thought we would date. I found myself thinking about you constantly and wishing you were interested in me too. Finally, the day came and we realized this could be more than just a friendship, and the butterflies haven't stopped since. When I look at you, I see a strong, handsome, kind, and gentle man. You are everything I ever prayed for but never imagined God would bless me with. You make me feel safe, protected, and loved every single day. You love me on my best days, and more importantly, on my worst. I think we both knew we had something special long before anyone else did. Living life with you is easy because you truly are my best friend. So on this day and every day for the rest of our lives, I vow to love you. I vow to love you even when you make me repeat myself for the 10th time in the grocery store. I vow to love you on the best days of our lives and on the worst. I vow to love you even when you make me go to Menards 5 times in a day. And we all know that that's not the last time that happened. You make my life whole in so many ways. Who knew that you asking for a random girl's sip of coffee in your college class would lead us to where we are today? As we take this next step into the rest of our lives, I want you to know 3 promises. 1, I will always love you. 2, I promise to always put you first and make time for date nights. And 3, I promise to always be by your side. I love you so much, and I'm so proud to finally call myself your wife. That's all. I do want it back. That's okay. Whew.
We will now have a reading from Jason's mom, Kristen.
As we can all see, Jason and Sam truly love each other quite a bit. And as a mom, that means the world. I love you too. A reading from 1 John chapter 4. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment. In this world, we are like Jesus. There is no fear in love. But perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us. And no one has ever seen God. But if we will love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. Love you.
Now, as a sign of their newfound commitment and pronouncement of their commitment, we're going to have a unity candle. Could the fathers please come up and try not to act too ridiculous? Having this love in your hearts, you can choose to seal your vows by exchanging rings. From the earliest of times, the circle has been a sign of completeness. The rings that you have chosen to wear have neither beginning nor end, much like your love for one another. They are a symbol of the words that you speak today. May these rings be from this day forward your most treasured possession, and may the love they symbolize be your most precious adornment. As you wear these rings, may they be constant reminders of these glad promises you are making today. Jason, take this ring, place it on Sam's finger, and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness to you. Sam, take this ring, place it on Jason's finger, and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and faithfulness to you. It'll take you a while. Jason and Sam, from this moment forward, you will never be alone. You will carry with you the love of another person, giving you a completeness and renewed lightness. May you live together, may your life together be immersed in love and excitement. May you strive to enrich each other in every way possible. And may you work to bring the peace you find to this world. Before these witnesses, you have pledged to be joined in marriage. You have now sealed this pledge with your wedding rings. By the authority vested in me by the great state of Wisconsin, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jason, you may kiss the bride.
Wise men say
Take a step forward.
only fools rush in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be the first to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Erdman.
Falling in love with you. Oh, shall I stay? Would it be?
I remember you beneath the midnight autumn moon. We were young, but you still took my hand. And I just couldn't say all the words there in my brain. So I kissed you, hoping you would understand. And oh, how'd we abandon simple days? Oh, what comes along and causes change? Oh, I still love you all the same, but I'd be lying to say I didn't miss chasing you, chasing this. Now we're both punching clocks. Seems like the world, it never stops. But I'd sure like to cash in rain checks on you.
Okay, so Sam and I met when we were 12 years old. And we met through softball. At the time, she lived in Bakersfield, California, which was a 3-hour drive from where our team was located. So for weekends, she would travel down, and for practices, all this, she would drive 3 hours just to get there. And I thought it was absolutely insane. But I'm so glad that she did, because what our friendship has grown to is just worth it to me, at least. I don't know about all those weekends, but it was great. And I'm just so glad that she made that sacrifice. And over the past 12 years, I have witnessed Sam prioritize every person's happiness over her own. But today, we get to honor her happiness. And that's just so great. Woo! I love Sam's willingness to just go with the flow and her tendency to care for others. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up from a sleepover and she has been up for hours, already gone to Chick-fil-A or Starbucks, known my order, gotten me breakfast, and it's just there waiting for me. And that's just the type of friend that she is. I can always count on her for the big moments, but being able to count on her for the small things means even more to me. We have had more heart-to-heart conversations than anyone I know, and when I think of all of our memories, yes, my mind goes immediately to early mornings at the softball field, amazing trips to Twin Lakes, our first high school party where, it was not great. We were way too nervous and scared to drink a single drop of alcohol, and thank God for that because cops showed up, and we were able to plan our escape. Unfortunately, the plan was not foolproof because a garage door came out of nowhere and fell on Sam's head. You know what? She may have been concussed, but we stand here today and are able to tell the tale. And that's one of the best things about Sam, is her ability to roll with the punches. However, the thing I cherish most is our ability to confide in one another. She's my go-to girl and my best friend. Everyone in this room is better off for knowing Sam. You love so selflessly and unconditionally, and I know that Jason is the perfect person for you because I've seen him mirror these traits. When I first met Jason, I thought, yeah, well, he's nice enough, and hey, their kids are guaranteed to be D1 athletes. But what I really noticed is the way that they look at each other. I just knew they were in it for the long haul. Fast forward a couple of years, I came out to Wisconsin to stay with Sam and Jason and really got to know him. I realized him and my husband Christian are pretty much the same person. Sarcastic, dry humor courses through their veins, and Sam and I have learned to put up with it. We can relate to pretty much every situation in our relationships, and it only brings us closer. I look forward to double dates until we're old and gray. You two have built something special, and I truly believe you complement each other perfectly. I can't wait to continue watching you grow. I can't thank you enough, Jason, for being Sam's rock. I know she can always count on you the way I can count on her. I know you'll be there to hold her hand through the hard times and cheer her on in the good. She couldn't have chose a better man to marry. Today, you start a whole new chapter of your lives, and with that being said, just remember the two most important replies. You're right, dear. And okay, buy it. I love you both. Let's all raise our glasses to Sam and Jason and wish them a lifetime of love and happiness. I love you.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think that was for me. All right. First of all, thanks everybody for coming out. This has been awesome seeing a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a long time. We haven't seen in a long time. I want to thank Shelly Meyer and family for this beautiful venue and everything they've put together. It's been awesome. They've taken care of us so well the last day and a half. I want to thank Alicia, Sam's mom, Jeff and Kristen. Jeff and Kristen specifically, you guys have meant more to me over the last 3 to 4 years than you guys could possibly imagine. So I want to thank you guys. Dave, Sam's dad, basically everybody that's taken care of us, the wedding party in the last month. You guys have all been awesome. It's been an awesome experience. So let's start with Jason. For those of you that don't know, I'm Josh. I'm one of Jason's groomsmen. We grew up together. Jason, why don't you stand up? We met in about, I'd say we met in about 4th grade, and you might not believe it, but I was taller, stronger, faster more athletic till 7th grade. Maybe 8th grade, that's debatable. And then he kept growing, and I stayed at 6 foot. So it a little bit different. But so sports brought us together without a doubt. We didn't get to play football together till junior year in high school because we were always split up. But we played basketball together from 4th grade on. So that's what brought us together. But when we weren't playing sports, you can sit down. Your job's over tonight. Thank you. When we weren't playing sports, which I said brought us together, I wrote down a couple of activities that we'd use to spend the time. The first one was we'd take a slingshot, and we would launch gallons of yogurt or other various large fruits into the air as far as we possibly could, and the last person in the driveway was the winner. And there were a lot of gallons of yogurt splattered all over the yard and all over the road. And something else we did, we surfed on a box. Yeah, I'll get on that. The next thing we did was we would surf on a box spring mattress behind a four-wheeler, like standing on the box spring mattress behind a four-wheeler and watching sparks shoot up behind the mattress, almost setting it on fire and ripping up the entire neighborhood. That was another thing. One of my personal favorites is we'd play dodgeball with golf balls. One team would hide behind the trampoline. The other team would hide behind the shed. That didn't really go well. Another personal favorite is we'd have bonfires and we'd douse. For those of you that are interested, this is a great activity. It sounds sketchy, but just trust me. You douse the tennis ball in lighter fluid, you light it on fire, and then you play catch with it. You won't get burned, but it'll look really, really cool. Yeah, just take my word for it. Don't worry about it. This is Kristen's favorite. And by favorite, I mean her least favorite. Jumping off the roof onto a trampoline to dunk a basketball. That didn't go over well. I got a text sent home to my parents after doing that. That didn't go very well. And last but not least, Jeff's favorite, getting caught in the trunk of Taylor's car while she had her temps. Just because we were trying to go to McDonald's and Taylor had her temps, so we had to hide in the trunk because she could only have one person in the car. A little bit of background, Jeff drove past us while we were on the road, and it was like a state trooper pulling us over. And we piled out of the trunk. It was not good. It was not good. I'm surprised I got invited to this wedding after Jeff caught us doing that. But it was fun. It was fun. All right, so that's enough about Jason. Well, actually, so Jason and I were super, super close throughout high school. He went on to play college football. I went on to play college basketball, so we got really, really busy. And then like our junior year of college, he texts me. He's like, hey, I got a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, tell me about her. Well, she's from California. I'm like, you have a girlfriend from California? Okay, tell me more. She's a softball player. Oh, boy, what are you doing? So he told me he had this California softball player girlfriend, and I'm just like, all these stereotypes are filling my head. And I'm just like, Jason, what are you doing? And then all of those stereotypes left with the first conversation I had with Sam, because anybody who knows Sam knows that she is like literally the most passionate, most caring, most like intense. I've seen her care for Jason more than it's been incredible. Like she is truly intense and passionate about everything she does. And the first time I met her, her dogs tried to kill me. That's a story for another time if you want to hear it later. And then she bought me like 10, 11, 12, 13 cherry bombs later. So now we're really good friends. Sam and I are really, really, really good friends. So, but on a serious note, I've seen Sam take Jason from being a aggressive, vicious, offensive Division I lineman and turning him into just an absolute sensitive, caring dog dad. So all the props to Sam. You two are building an absolutely beautiful life together. You have a beautiful house in Sun Prairie now. I can't wait to see where life takes you guys, and I'm glad you guys had me part of it, and I'm glad we can share that with everybody here. So I want to thank you guys, and let's raise a glass to Sam and Jason, and let's have some fun tonight. That's all I got.
So for me, it's always about milestones with Samantha. We've always, Samantha is Like, she's an amazing young lady, as you all know. And we've always had these milestones, so this is just another milestone for me. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know her, she's an incredible young woman. Always made the right decisions, always been a great kid. Never had to worry about her. When Angela and I would send her off to junior high parties, and she'd call us during the middle of the party that crazy stuff was happening, come pick her up. We knew at that point that, you know, she was making the right decisions, and so we just we never had to really worry about her. You know, so people always used to ask me, are you, like when she was going off from California to Wisconsin for school, are you worried about her? And the answer was always no, because she always made the right decisions. She's just a great kid, always a wonderful person, and so this is just another milestone for us. You know, when now she's at this point in her life where she's working, she graduated from college, she's just always doing great things. So we're just so proud of her, and we're thankful, and we love her tremendously, and we don't have to worry about her because she always makes great decisions. And so that's why when we met Jason, we knew she made a great decision. You know, he's a great kid, comes from a great family, and I need to digress a little bit. I want to thank everybody from my side of the family. We have 2 tables here. You guys have like 22 tables. We have 2. So I want to thank everybody from my side that came from California, from Oregon, from Illinois. Yeah, we had to travel a long way to get here to the middle of Wisconsin. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and you know, it for us it was always about it took a village for us. So Samantha's mom and her grampy was a big part of her life, and my wife, but all of this was possible because of my mom. My mom's an incredible person. She always took care of Samantha and I when it was just Samantha and I. And so we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother. And so thank you, Mom. But thank you, everybody, for, thank you, God, too. Yeah, thank you, Lord. We just appreciate everybody being here to celebrate Jason and Samantha. Just 2 wonderful young kids coming together, and we love you guys, and we're thankful for you. So, you know, marriage is a tough thing, and I'm sure everybody in here can contest to that it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to get through. So we know there's going to be hard times, and so Jason, I got this for you. I'm a huge bourbon fan, so Jason, when those troubling times come, I want you to just go to the cabinet and get this. No, but I want you just to take a moment and reflect, sit. Give me this. Sorry, Lori, I'm gonna take your head off here. And when you go and you guys have an argument, because there's gonna be arguments, there's gonna be troubling times. Trust me. Just look at that bottle. What's it say? Going?
She's always right.
She's always right. You're learning already. So again, just thank you guys for being here. Samantha, I love you so much. Jason, you're an amazing young man. The Erdmans, incredible family she's married into. We love you guys. So thank you.
Okay, this is the worst part of the night. I'm Jeff, I'm Jason's father, and I've got a history of rambling at weddings, so. Yes. So, I did write a speech here, but I learned this from my father. Always talk last. because you can refute everything and nobody can talk back. So I'm going to set a few things straight before I start my speech. So I'm going to start with Josh. Josh had a technical error on he went to McDonald's. They were going to GameStop. Yes, and I was supposed to take Jason and Josh to a youth group rock wall climbing, and they didn't want to go. So they were bailing out. So I found him in the car, and I took Josh home. Well, he tried to explain to his father why he was in the trunk. Right, Augie? He tried to explain that to you, yes. He was going nowhere, and I'm like, Josh, no, he just kept going and dug himself deeper in a hole. Yeah, but the best part is our neighbor Charlie. Where's Charlie? Charlie's back there, and I was like, talking to his mother, Rita, and I said, Rita, I can't believe Taylor had these kids in the trunk of the car. And Charlie walks out, oh yeah, Mom, we do that all the time. Rita said, Charlie, get in the house. It was great. I got all these kids in trouble on one thing, so it was awesome. And then there's Jacob. Yes. Other than Jacob putting his car in the ditch, the thing I remember about Jacob was when they played football, Jacob was the middle linebacker, and he always wanted to blitz. We had Jason playing the nose, and Jacob, they couldn't find him behind Jason, so he always wanted to run and tackle the guy. And I said, Jacob, the only way you're going to blitz is if you yelled at me, pretty, pretty princess, from the middle of the football field. I thought, he'll never do it. Every play, he's standing out there, pretty, pretty princess, pretty, pretty princess. It was ridiculous. Okay, now we'll go down to Quinn. Now, Quinn calls me what do you call me? You call me Drunkle. He calls me Drunkle. But he's a great nephew because for some reason every Christmas he shows up with a bottle of bourbon. And you weren't 21 yet. It was just awesome. He kept saying, I won this at my family white elephant. I'm like, wow, this is great. So, yeah, he's a great kid. So, and then there's Christian. Now, I like him. I wish he was my nephew. He was with the Brewers, so if you ever get to the major leagues, I'm getting a jersey of yours. Now, his only problem is his wife, Kaylee. Now, I was not going to pick on the bridesmaids, but I have to pick on Kaylee. We were all pouring concrete, a week ago? We're all outside, 8 or 10 of us, and we're all looking, where's Kaylee? Oh, Kaylee, she's still sleeping. She's holding herself in reserve. So the story about you getting up late, that fit perfect in there. Let's see, then we have Ryan on the end. Yeah, you're a mess. Ryan had a concussion problem all through high school, but did everybody think the same thing I did about Ryan when he was walking with the two ladies? Right? Well, no. My first thought was, wow, those two ladies have to carry that drunk guy up the aisle. You know? So, all right. Well, I have to pick on Sydney. She's my niece. Yes, and she makes me carry her, what are those things called? Trulies? Yeah, she's got like stuffed in my coolers and backpacks, and I don't understand it, but... And then there's Taylor. Taylor, yeah. Taylor just got her own condo with her fiance, and I'm still enjoying the midnight calls to open her trunk. So hopefully, Trini, you got to start doing that stuff. All right, so I'll get back to the speech. I think time's ticking. Okay. So first of all, on behalf of myself and Kristen, my wife, we want to welcome Sam's family to the wedding, and please let them have the heaters if they're on, because they're freezing. So make sure they have the heaters. Okay. Yeah. Also, everybody else who came long distances to enjoy this wedding. Sam and Jason did a great job. Great ceremony. Yes. And that's about the rest of my sappy stuff. So I'm gonna have Kristen talk, and then I get to Sam and Jason.
Oh, you're gonna come back?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. All right. I gotcha. I'll make it short and sweet. I love you two very much. Jason has always had a special place in my heart, as he knows. There's just a bond between a mother and a son, and it just is kind of a cool thing. You are a good friend of mine. I enjoy just being with you. I love your heart, and You give the best hugs in the world. And I love you very much. I have prayed since you were a baby, and I would wake up in the middle of the night for your little middle of the night feedings. And I have prayed since you were a baby that God would provide you with a beautiful, loving, God-loving woman who would want to be your partner and who would want to take care of you as much as I knew you wanted to take care of the love of your life. And God is really good because he provided Sam, and I love her so much. I'm so blessed to have her in my life, and the two of you are absolutely precious. I adore you. So let's raise a glass to these two. Love you.
All right, so how am I going to finish up now? So, get to Jason now. So, Jason, as your dad, I couldn't be prouder of you. I had the unbelievable pleasure of watching you grow from a little boy to a large, funny, honorable, and loving young man. So, as I was sitting in my library, I got my own private library, I jotted down a few things about Jason and memories I had of you. Oh, so you got to know where my library is. Okay. So these are kind of some of the things I remember about Jason. The first one was when he was born. It was an awesome, awesome day that when he was born. So I remember that. But the next memorable thing was we brought him home. He started crying, and his sister said, "Can we take him back?" Yes. So then we got to about 2 years old. I was working in the basement on my table saw, and I unplugged it, took the safety switch off. I'm upstairs talking to Kristen. All of a sudden, I'm like, that's my table saw. He got figured out how to put the table saw, and he was running the wood through the saw, and he's been building ever since. So, great young man. All right. Let's see, where are we next? Oh, when he was a little older, his first football, I used to coach him in football. We're driving to his football game. I leaned over and I said, "Jason, where's your helmet?" He's like, "Oh no, I thought you were going to bring it." I looked at him, and Josh, you'll like this one. I said, "What were you thinking?" What is it? What was it? You weren't thinking. You weren't thinking, yes. Yes, that was for Josh. Yes. So Jason got older, got his driver's license, and we were in Arizona. I got a call from Jason, and he said, "Dad, I got a speeding ticket." I'm not sure why. I was driving just like you. Now, what would every father say? "Son, you weren't driving like me. I didn't get a ticket." Yes. So one of the other great days of my life when Jason came home for his first football practice with varsity at Slinger, and the coaches are back there, and Jason said to me, "Dad, those high school coaches yell way more than you." So I knew I wasn't that bad. And then there were some other great moments when Jason got his first rushing touchdown in high school against Hartford. And then actually, I think that was the game. I would never go on the sideline, and I finally got on the sideline for that game. And I looked over, and Jason's standing there, and he looked at me and goes, "What the hell are you doing here?" I felt real wanted. Some of the other great memories was every time he ran out of, I still get choked up, Camp Randall Stadium, he ran out of the tunnel. I was very proud. I'm a very proud dad. Another thing that Jason did is what I thought I'd never, ever see was my mother, his grandma, on ESPN. Where's my mom? Grandma. Yes. She was on ESPN because of Jason. They played at Lambeau, and they were jumping in the stands, and my mom's standing there going, "Ah." That was pretty cool. All right, to see. Oh, another one with Jason was, he was playing for Wisconsin. He walked into the locker room, and I get a phone call from Jason. "Dad, can you meet me by the side of the locker room?" Oh, this is great. I get a sideline pass. This is great. I go over there. Jason opens his door, and he hands me a parking pass. And he's like, "Yeah, I forgot to put my parking pass in my car. I may have been towed." So I had to walk 2.5 miles to get his car, bring it back, and put his parking pass in it. Yeah, so he's a great kid. So now let's go back to Sam. So we met Sam at a football banquet, and Jason said she's not like any of the girls I dated before. She's from California. Josh, same thing, right? Yeah, this is just like, oh my God, she's from California. But I gotta say, Sam drives tractors, she does cement, she does post holes, she gets the Sun Prairie Electric to come when we blow the electric out of the subdivision, so she's a great girl all the way around. Some of the other things is your graduation from college and high school, but first thing, going with Jason on his recruiting trips, they asked him, what do you want to major in? And all he said was, football. Football. But he actually got his degree, so we're very proud of him that he did that. Yes, woo! And Sam and Jason are wanted in a couple of states. When I had my cancer scare, they brought me cheeseburgers in the hospital so I wouldn't have to eat on the hospital food. And then also moving Jason 13 times after leaving for college. Yes, that was not a highlight. Yes. Hey, I only moved 6 times, so. But Sam also has some good moments. We were going to the Brewers Dodgers game. She had her Dodgers jersey on. We pull up and the guy goes, hey, you guys can park over there. We got front row parking because of Sam's Dodgers. And then also working with Sam and Jason on projects. I'm there every weekend doing something. I've got a project we work on. So the memories I have of Jason and Sam are good. Some are good, some are bad, some are happy, some are sad, and that's kind of like marriage. So you have to live through those things. So Jason, we have so many memories, and you have given us so many memories, everybody here. So on this day, as you start your life with Sam as husband and wife, I hope that you have many happy memories together. But Sam, I have a gift for you. I told you, it's not going to be sappy. So I got this picture for Sam. If you can see it, it's Jason. And this is one of the faces that I got from Jason all his growing up life, and it was like, Dad, you really want me to do that? So, I don't know, Sam, if you've seen this before. This picture. So, there you go, it's your picture. So now, Jason, yeah. So when you see that face, Sam, this is my advice to you, okay, and to Jason. And this is why I did this speech tonight. Because what is it? Happy wife, happy life. Yes. So let's all raise a glass to Jason and Sam. Congratulations.
'Cause somewhere along the way, between the dreams and kids we chased, we grew up and lost our point of view. Oh, how do we abandon simple days? Oh, what comes along and causes change? I'd be lying to say I didn't miss and chasing you and chasing this. 'Cause falling in love, you can't bottle it up. You just have to remember the feelings you felt. Well, they never left. Let them rise from the embers. Oh, how do we abandon simple days? Oh, what comes along and causes change? Oh, I still love you all the same, but I'd be lying to say I didn't miss chasing you, chasing this.